On-Screen Manitoba is an innovative membership-driven association that leads, builds, and represents the Manitoba screen-based industry.
So thank you so much. This is the third annual Rogers $10,000 pitch, and presented by On-Screen Manitoba. Super exciting, third year in a row, amazing. I'm excited. I can't wait to watch this. I'm so pumped for all these pitches, and they've worked so hard. So this is going to be good. They're going to pitch their hearts out, man. Each of the 8 finalists, okay, they're going to come up here, not all together, and pitch their idea. They have 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutes, that is it. Then the jurors have 4 minutes to ask questions. You come back on stage, and guess what? Someone gets 10 G's. Okay?
Small Balls is a whimsical comedy about a bumbling middle-aged chump whose life has no meaning, so he sets out on a quest for self-fulfillment through 5-pin bowling. You see, young Jerry made it all the way to the final championship game in the 13 to 15-year-old division of the Manitoba Youth Bowling League. And he might have won, but the final game was scheduled on the day of his 16th birthday, and he was disqualified. Jerry makes a couple of new friends, the witty, cynical waitress in the Bowl-Around-His Headpin Lounge, and a burnt-out lounge musician who looks remarkably like his father. But before Jerry can become a champion, he has to learn how to bowl again. And in the end, Jerry discovers that bowling is just like dancing.
We never expected this officer to be a season ticket holder at the Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre. So I say, I want to be a cop. And he says, hey, you're that funny guy from Cats. Dances with Daughter is a high-concept, low-cost feature film focusing on the explosive relationship between the First Nations people of Canada and the police. See, Leonard's at work when his 15-year-old girl calls to say that her sexual abuser is out of jail and outside the house. Leonard tells her to call the police, grab a knife, and to not put it down until he gets there. But by the time he arrives, she's passed away. Now with the police and media outside the house, they all find themselves in an impossible situation, whose end can only be Shakespearean in its tragedy.
So, you received the 10K, what's your next step on this? It's pretty deeply developed at this point.
The next step is consulting with my playwright wife and writer wife and bringing this into the visual medium.
And collectively we are known as Hot Thespian Action. We're a sketch comedy troupe from Winnipeg. What we're pitching today is a half-hour single-camera sitcom written and performed by us called Sketchy.
And while shows like Friends have dealt with 20-something themes in the past, a lot has changed since Friends, and not just Courtney Cox's face.
Then there's Mark, the oddball X-Factor pansexual who likes everyone and everything. And it's her set, and my film is Arranged. It's an 8-minute dramatic comedy. Arranged is the story of Arlen Sharma. That's Arlen right there, looking perhaps a little out of place. A young man in a business suit on the beach. As a first-generation Canadian, Arlen is struggling to come to terms with the fact that he's living in between 2 cultures. One that encourages the idea of an arranged marriage, and one that rejects them. And then the voice from the ether comes back to say, what I learned that day is that if you believe in destiny, then all marriages are arranged. Any questions?
Art School Warrior is a dark, sexy thriller about a horny young art student who is seduced by his girlfriend's beautiful and dangerous mother and must emulate his own graphic novel warrior to survive their violent affair. Ian's girlfriend dumps him, and he seeks solace by signing up for a life drawing class where he befriends a punky feminist named Marissa. Barbara gets jealous, and Ian tries to end the affair, and their confrontation turns violent.
Following in the tradition of the highly successful Twilight Zone series, fused with the innovative storytelling technique used in the recent hit films Catfish, Paranormal Activities, and Cloverfield, for example, we will transform the anthology format into something fresh, imaginative, and contemporary. And will feature a new cast each week, setting the stage for tales of mystery, melodrama, sci-fi, tragedy, social commentary. The point is the possibilities are endless.
or even that Kristen Stewart girl, if that's your thing? What if being a vampire only meant you would stay a virginal, allergy-ridden, mom's basement-dwelling loser forever? Breanna is systematically burnt, maimed, and mutilated throughout the series as he attempts to fulfill many of the fanboy fantasies we see in vampire fiction today. What if being a vampire just really sucked?
Our story concerns Tanis, a mild-mannered, young small-town nurse, who on her way home from work has her car die on a desolate highway. Upon further investigation, she discovers a severely wounded man, Avery, bleeding inside, disfigured by a gunshot wound to the face. And with Tanis' quick-thinking nursing skills, she's able to save his life, only to have Avery's dark past threaten her as he holds her against her will, planning a violent revenge on the individual that left him for dead.
And I guess it's time to introduce our winner.
Boom.
This year, we go to Quinn Green. Congratulations to everyone who participated.
This feels like the start of something really amazing. So thank you all again. Thank you.
On-Screen Manitoba is an innovative membership-driven association that leads, builds, and represents the Manitoba screen-based industry.